Hi guys, welcome back to the Pretty Nerdz podcast. This is your girl Falan DeAnn.
And this is your girl, Nay.
How's everything been going?
Pretty good. I mean, can't complain too much about things. So, living, breathing. So, gotta be happy for that nonetheless. What about yourself?
Everything's been going good. Happy to be back to the podcast. I missed it. I'm finding like this is like my weekly therapy now. I'm like, I don't want to go to work tomorrow. But other than that, everything's been good.
Fantastic. Always good to hear. Especially coming off of last week. I'm in a better mood now. I'm still sad. I ain't gonna lie to you. Still sad, but I'm in a better mood this week. So we're gonna make the best of it. And hopefully have a really good show this week for everybody. I just want to point out to everybody, make sure that you visit the website, www.prettynerdspodcast.com, and that's nerds with a Z, for more, exclusive content. If you want to submit comments or questions or just suggestions and things that you want mentioned on the show, and we'll read it over on the show, on the podcast, talk about it on the podcast. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well, Pretty Nerdz Podcast, as there will be some exclusive content just available on the YouTube channel. So make sure you guys are subscribed there as well. And with that said, all the little plugs out the way, I guess we can jump right into the hot topics. Yeah. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Well, then let's jump right into them.
Pretty Nerdz. 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 Pretty Nerdz.
I say let's start with like some quick hitters, and then we can get into like the seriouser topics. Super quick hitter, because I do not want to spend any time on it because I'm not surprised by it at all. But politics, we saw the Senate, they voted to have no witnesses in the trial, the impeachment trial. So pretty much all news outlets are saying that, as we have been saying, that the president will not be removed from office. So no surprise there, but yeah.
I kind of knew this. Like, I don't know. Like, it's not shocking. I mean, I guess I don't know. Like, I guess you'll see it in the history books, but I mean, shit, he does so much atrocious ass bullshit, and we're so close to his term being over with. I'm not going to say, well, this term, for it being over with, it's like, I mean, really, what's the point? Shit.
Yeah.
And I know that's probably not the best way to look at it, but that's how I see it. Like, shit.
Yeah. And to be honest, if he didn't, with all the crap he's done, if he didn't get impeached, or, they didn't have any issue with that, I couldn't see them impeaching him off of what they had anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Also, congratulations to Sierra and Russell Wilson, expecting baby number 3. They are so cute together. Love it.
I was like, oh
my gosh. Absolutely. I'm so excited for them. They were so adorable, especially with their little announcement. She had her little pose out there. People were like talking about she looked like she was from The Lion King. But nonetheless, it was super cute. So, other than that, I guess I don't have any more quick hitters. I guess we can jump into the serious crap.
I'm ready.
Let's start with your guy, Terry Crews. We touched on him a little bit last week where we talked about the situation with him and Gabrielle Union, for those of y'all who don't know her by Gabby. But anywho, he issued a half-hearted, typical, expected, I guess, apology after he received a bunch of backlash, whatever you want to call it. I don't buy it. Again, I just think he was trying to cover face because he received so much backlash. But what are your thoughts?
Definitely. I mean, I'm with D-Way when he was like, somebody get the man found. Because at this point, you said it. And the damage has been done. And that's just not one of them things. It's like, not saying there's not room for forgiveness or you made a mistake, but it's like, bro, this has been happening too often. And like, I'm like, nah, it's just a no for me. And again, it's bullshit because even before then, your wife told you to shut up. And yet you still went out and been like, no, this is not like, I don't, by tear.
Exactly. I am not surprised by it. Like I said, I expected once the backlash really started to hit him, I expected him to kind of back down and issue like a half-hearted apology. We know you don't really mean it. We know it's not sincere. We know you just did it to save face. But so, take it for what it is, and hopefully we can move on from the situation and still continue to support Gabby in her fight against them.
Because he's like, I'm not trying to invalidate. Bro, you did just that. And you knew what you was doing. Because I'm like, and it's just crazy because I'm like, when people went through and tried to, deflect from yours or invalidate what happened to you because you were a man, because you got muscles. I mean, people rock with you. So how you not know, like, bro, shut up. I'm talking out of turn. This ain't even, like, if I can't show my support, then I don't need to be saying nothing.
Exactly.
That was hard.
Exactly.
But,
yeah. But I do want to, before we jump off of that, I do want to say to some of y'all out there who are just being plain ignorant, it does not in no shape or form invalidate his experience and what he claims happened to him. We not gonna do that. That's not how we out here rocking. So no, we not. You know what I mean? That doesn't make him any less of a victim. That doesn't invalidate his experience or what he went through. All we saying is, in this situation, he should have just shut the fuck up because he was wrong. Point blank and period.
And I'm like, I don't get it, because I'm like, y'all are grown people with money, power, all these resources, PR firms, all of this. Why you just don't call one of them up and be like, hey, you think I need to say something?
Exactly. And I would just like to say salute to Tyra Banks, because Tyra Banks definitely, after the whole situation, she chimed in and showed her support to Gabby, because Tyra was also a former host of America's Got Talent, I believe. So, salute to her on that one for, basically speaking up as well and adding some, I guess, for whoever called themselves questioning her experience. Tyra kind of chimed in like, nah, we're not gonna do that.
Right.
Because I actually worked there as well. So anyway, moving on from that, it is Super Bowl weekend, and we see a lot of these celebrities and all of that running around at these parties and, all that. First and foremost, before we jump into a very serious topic, can we big up Nicki Minaj out here? She been killing with these looks, man.
I know. Like, I love the little, like, I think it was like lavender and like turquoise. I was like, okay, girl, okay.
All right, she back out here. But and can we say the gentleman who was doing her hair finally didn't got it together? Cause baby, her hair been looking on point. I love her.
I think what was her name? Kim or something like that was doing it at one point.
Well, whoever she didn't grab, then got the hair back looking like it's supposed to be looking. And I wish they would do, I ain't gonna lie though, I wish they would do more looks of her with just like her dark hair.
do like the dark brown, the black. I like.
Yeah, because she looked good. Listen, it just rocks so well with her features. But a lot of people though, I mean, I can say that I've seen a lot of a lot of them down there looking good. The looks is good, so I got to give them props on that.
I'm here for it.
Absolutely.
But I'm not invested in the Super Bowl this year. I'm like, I don't know.
Not at all. Don't really care at all. I only bring it up because, as I've stated, you have a lot of these little celebrities down there for Super Bowl weekend, including the boxer is Gervonta. I don't know. Probably saying his name wrong, but y'all know exactly who I'm talking about because I know I am not the only one who saw that utterly vile and disgusting video of him snatching up his baby mama in public and just everybody just sitting there and looking like it was just normal.
Yeah. That was, when I saw it, I was like, what in the entire hell? And like, I don't know, because I'm like, I don't know if those were his bodyguards. I'm guessing it was. But I'm like, why the hell won't y'all like grab him before he even grabbed her? And then of course she was with Melissa, Floyd's Yaya's mama. So I'm like, that's probably not the best person to have on your team. Because I'm like, she didn't even get up and go after her.
Exactly.
I'm like, if that's my homegirl, but like, And I'm like, he was trifling his excuse because that wasn't his excuse after like he ain't never hit her, bro. First of all, you lying, and you still put your hands on her, whether you hit her with your fist or not. You still put your hands on her, and if you did that in public, I can only imagine what you're doing in private.
Exactly. That to me was the scariest part, because to see that he didn't have he didn't flinch, he didn't have no like thought like maybe I shouldn't do this. The fact that he was so bold like that in public, I could only imagine what the hell that she goes through behind closed doors. Disgusting.
And I'm like, you got somebody else. You'd have had plenty somebody else's after her, like, which that don't mean nothing when it comes down to abusive dudes, but that right there, I didn't like that at all.
Absolutely. And it was straight disgusting. And you know what else disgusted me? The amount and we have said this so many times on this show, the amount of women who was jumping to this man's defense. Oh, he was drunk. Oh, that's just his baby mama. That's how they do. She probably said something. The fuck? No, I'm just like, I can't with y'all. I can't with y'all birds at all, because that type of mentality, y'all little pick-me's, disgust me.
And women, and I'm like, bro, you are a woman. I don't know. I guess because I don't know. I don't get it, because I'm like, me looking at it, it was no excuse for that. And his, like, I don't know if you call that an apology or his, like I said, it wasn't an apology. It was an excuse or whatever, or explaining why he did it. It didn't make it better. And people was like, well, I get it. I don't. Because I'm like, he had no right to put his hand on her. Not one.
Not one. I don't care what the situation was. I don't care if she was talking straight reckless and foolish. And not only that, you had all them security guards there. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. If it was that serious, you could have been like, you know what? I ain't even gonna fool with you right here. Let me walk up out of here.
Right. But you had to. I was like, I don't know. And like I said, Melissa, for her just to be there, I'm like, they were like, why her friend didn't help? I'm like, that was the wrong person to be thinking that she was gonna help.
Exactly, because we seen how she operate with Floyd.
Right.
So
I'm like, that was the wrong person, but hopefully things get better for them. I just feel, I guess, bad for her, because like I said, you probably see now what she literally goes through behind closed doors is like probably worse.
Yeah. And I just wish that women would just recognize that money and that status and shit like that, it ain't worth that. I'm sorry. It's not worth that shit. Even if y'all got a tie, like even if y'all got a baby, like it ain't worth, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry.
Pass the point and move on.
Exactly. Just, oh, that was, I'm telling, like when I saw that and I just was like, and folks is really just like caping for this dude. Like,
listen,
I just can't.
And then I saw like one quote, like one person, of course, it was a woman on Shade Room, was like, y'all must ain't never been really loved before. Ma'am, if that's it, nah, I ain't.
You right. Nope. I don't know that type of love.
Right. Don't introduce me to it either. I'm good.
Oh, Lord. That was, ooh. Anywho, moving on from that foolishness to some more foolishness. Did we see the dragging that Mase laid on your guy, Diddy Love?
Listen.
That's his new name. Diddy Love.
And I was here for it all because I was like, he ain't lying.
No lies told.
He ain't lying because I'm like, shit. When you think about it, I'm like, what artist really made it off Bad Boys successfully? I mean, you can say Biggie, but shit, he wasn't here long enough for you to really know that story. So I'm like, listen.
I mean, but again, this was another situation where I just didn't understand the amount of people who was defending Diddy, because my thing is that Mase was absolutely correct. How are you going to preach Black excellence? How are you going to talk about, sit here telling all these artists about not signing bad deals and, making sure that they blah, 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 and to stop, worrying about, signing to the white man, sign to your own and blah, 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 blah. Well, shit, if that's how your own doing you, what's the difference? Like, you ain't no better. And my thing is that people were saying, a lot of people saying, well, Diddy was young, he made mistakes. Okay, fine. I get that. You were young. You were seeing that's how white folks was running a business. So you was like, well, let me do the same thing. But now you are 50-something-year-old man who's had all these years in the game. You've seen artists be done dirty. You made these mistakes in the past. Why not reconcile that now?
Right. And account, because I'm like, Mase said he tried to give you $2 million for his masters. So
and people was like, well, that's not enough. That's not what they worth. Diddy a businessman. Diddy's a fucking billionaire. He don't need that money.
Right. Because I'm like, at the end of and I feel like if you really wanted to atone for it, give him his stuff. You to make the money off of it, give him his stuff.
Exactly. And let him create generational wealth for him and his family. Do right by folk. That's all I'm saying. You done made your money. Do right by people now. And that's honestly, that's my biggest issue with a lot of these like celebrities and shit like that, because they want to sit around and talk about Black excellence and this and that and the other. Y'all don't know shit about no Black excellence, because just because you got money and wealth, that's not the equivalent of Black excellence. Right. Okay, Black excellence is when you reach back to your community. Black excellence is when you want to see people who look like you, when you are really actually out here rooting for everybody that's Black. I should never hear a Black person come out their mouth. Like I heard people when they was talking about that little Rock Nation brunch or whatever, folks talking about some of those people didn't belong in the same room with Diddy and the fuck you mean? What do you mean they didn't belong there? Because they not billionaires? Y'all so fucking elitist and classless and want to be like white men. It's ridiculous.
Listen, I'm like, even I don't know. Like I said, I just didn't see, because I did, of course, I read comments and people like, well, like you were saying, it's business. I'm like, no, bro. You can be business and you can be ethical in business and still make money. And that's the reason why I'm like, when people applaud Black billionaires, I'm like, I mean, I guess Like, even like, I don't know. It's just, I don't really like hype it up because I'm like, a lot of them, yeah, they'll sell you books and have all these speeches, but you like, who you fuck over to get here though?
Exactly.
Who stepped on? Who back you stepped on? Who money did you take? Who beats did you like? Who rhymes are those? I'm like, so for a lot of people, I'm like, it don't really rock with me because I'm like, people, like most of them have stepped on a lot, not just one or two people. They have stepped on a lot of people to get where they are. A lot of people. And it'd be like, even with Diddy, be like, bro, you had a chance to actually fucking change the game. So it's like, if you felt so bad about it, you still didn't do shit because I'm like, even after Mase, you had making a band. Really ain't nothing came of Identity Kane. All the groups that came out of it, it's like they popped for a while, then that was it.
Mm-hmm. And they all tell the same story.
Right. You were shit. So I'm like, when it comes down to it, I'm like, he was, even at that point, you were too old to still be doing the shit that you was doing back in the 90s.
Yeah.
So you ain't learn no lessons and be like, well, let me do people better. And it looked like from making a band, you got worse.
Yeah, yeah. But my whole thing is that if he really is about what he say he about, then he should be held accountable. And I feel like if you really preaching all of that about ownership and wanting to see Black people succeed, then atone for the mistakes that you made in the past. You fucked a lot of artists over. Atone for the mistakes that you made. You've made enough money. He has enough money now that, for generate, if he decides to pass it on, which I'm sure he will, that hit generations of generations of generations, if, like I said, if they continue to pass it down, will continue to have wealth. And so you've made enough. So there's no reason for you to sit and kind of be selfish on it. Well, no, I can't just sell this back to you. That's not good business. How is it not good business? They created it. It belongs to them. Be ethical about that shit and give them and not only that, they was willing to pay you for it.
Right. And the way you got it wasn't good business though. That's exactly the part about it. It's like you didn't get it under good business. But now all of a sudden you want these, I don't know. This shit just didn't rock with me. And like, and I guess, and I think about it, I'm like, a lot of people are younger than I am, so they don't know all of the groups that came out of Bad Boy that were like the bomb. But you like, the fuck happened to Total? Because when you think about Total, you be like, shit, they rocked.
That absolutely.
But it's like, what the fuck really happened to them?
Absolutely. And a lot of people, like you said, a lot of folks are younger. They don't remember that when Angie Martinez, with the situation, I believe the Locks was there and they called Diddy out on the radio, and Diddy actually called up because he was angry because they aired his ass out on the radio. I mean, so like you said, there's tons of artists, there's tons of examples of the shady shit that Diddy used to do in the past. And my thing is if you really about what you say that you about, then be about that shit. You know what I'm saying? You're 50 something years old now. You a billionaire. You claim you got all this money. You have more money than you
can
spend in a lifetime. You'll have plenty to pass on to your family. So atone for the shit that you did wrong and at least try to fix it. That's all I'm saying. Do right by the people that you fucked over.
Thanks. That's what I don't know. Like I said, I do know. It's just fucked up because like you said, you can't preach Black excellence and be like, okay, I fucked up. I made a mistake when I was younger. To me, that's Black excellence. That's like, okay, showing that, hey, you can fuck up, but you need to correct it. Exactly. And what better way to do it than be like, okay, listen, I have your master's here.
Exactly.
Because I'm like, it's fucked up that he has like another 25 years or so before he gets them.
Exactly. Before he can get them, before they revert back to him. He said he has to be 50. Is it 50 years old? 50 or 60, one of those years old before they revert back to him. And that's if Diddy don't sell them to the white man.
Right. And I'm like, to be honest, when Mase was like he was 17, I didn't even know he was that young, but I was also young too. So I'm like, that's very well possible. But I'm like, when you think about a young 17-year-old from the hood, it's fucked up. And like when I was reading some article where they was like, back then money touched so many people's hands before it actually get back to the artist because of fucked up deals like this. I'm like, man, Diddy, you know better than that, bro.
Exactly. It just like I said, it boggles my mind. Like, I can't understand a mindset like that. Like, you have enough. And like you said, in order to make that type of money, you got to step on a lot of people in order to get there. So my thing is, what harm does it do that once you've reached that pinnacle, for you to reach back and atone for the people that you fucked over? That's all I'm saying.
Listen. Because I'm like, you still gonna be able to be on yachts. You still gonna be able to fly private. You still gonna be able to eat luxury. Like, nothing in your life would change by you giving him his stuff and he offering you $2 million for it.
Exactly.
Like, bro, full of shit.
Exactly. So yeah. Anywho, trying to see what else we got. What else we got? You got anything else over there?
Felt like don't.
Oh, okay. I see one more I have on the list. Did you see or hear the audio for Amber Heard? She has that case pending against Johnny Depp where she's suing him, I believe. No, he's suing her for defamation because she said that he abused her and, it cost him his career. For those of y'all who remember, he had those big roles in the Disney Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. He was fired from that. It's cost him a lot of roles, whatever, because, she alleged that he abused her. And, he's always contested it, saying that he did not abuse her and that, she was actually the abusive one. Well, lo and behold, we hear this videotape. We hear this tape of her where she not only admits to abusing him, she admits to beating on him, throwing pots and pans at him, but we also hear some really I'm not going to say suspect, typical abuser behavior, from the gaslighting to, basically mocking him for trying to walk away and get away from her. It was like, wow. You know what I mean? When I listened to that, I was like, well, shit, she got some major issues.
I don't remember how like the chick looks or anything, but I remember like the case and everything. But it's just, I don't know, like, that's just horrible because it's like, bro, you could have just walked away, let him do his thing, and you move on and you do your thing. But for you to simply ruin him, and then of course it was intentional because Disney ain't finna play like that. So yeah,
it just pissed me off. What'd you say?
I hope he get every dime.
Absolutely.
Even though he probably won't, but just to be like, have at least a piece of your reputation back and be like, all the headlines, the way y'all blasted him, y'all need to blast that she is a liar.
Absolutely. But it just pisses me off because I hate when women do that, because it makes it so much harder for actual victims. You know what I mean? Because you already have all of these folks who, the typical people, especially when they confront somebody with power, they lying, she wanted it, this, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Those victims always get that type of treatment. So then when you have these women who actually do lie, it just paints this picture of see, we knew it. You know what I mean? Like it just pisses me off because it really makes it so much harder for actual victims to want to step forward, especially when they're having confrontations or dealing with these powerful, famous, men and women. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that was my thing. It's like I always believe victims, but it does, and it's like unfortunate that it makes it harder for the next person. But it does, and it's just like, of course, I won't ever stop believing victims, but I don't know, like they're just, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna get in the fucking courtroom and cry and put, girl, bye.
Exactly. I foresee her, issuing some type of statement or some type of video, going on somebody's show, shedding some tears and boohooing and apologizing because that's what they do.
Right, I didn't mean for this to happen. What did you mean to happen then, man? You
Yeah.
thought you were just gonna come out and be like, oh, he was abusive and nothing was gonna happen? That he wasn't gonna lose at least one deal?
Exactly. And I better see Warner Brothers better step up to the plate, and I better see an announcement saying that she has been fired from what is that damn movie right now? My mind is blanking. Jason Momoa stars Aquaman. I better see Warner Brothers issue a statement saying that she was fired from Warner Brothers because that's too big of a role and too big of a movie for her to continue to still be a part of it.
That I agree. Like if his life was ruined and he has no acting job, then you shouldn't have any acting job.
Absolutely.
But yeah. But on another note, I knew it was one that I was forgetting. Oh, Pastor Troy. So he admitted, because that's something that he probably should have just sat there and ate his food, that he was at Applebee's with his son, and his son was like, I guess, disgusted by two gay people that was sharing a drink or something like that. Which is like, son, that ain't got nothing to do with you. That was the end of that. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Eat your Applebee's cheese sticks. I'm like, you have bigger things to worry about. Like, why are you taking your son to Applebee's to eat cheese sticks? Like, sir, you haven't had a hit since maybe vice versa. And I don't even think that was like a mainstream like hit. That was more like the hood.
A regional hit, yeah.
Right. So I'm like, why are you even talking? Like, you should just really be quiet.
Right. Well, to bring it back on how the whole thing started, for those of you out there who don't know, Lil Nas X went to the, what the hell was it? Is that what? The Grammy. Damn, my mind is gone. Lil Nas X went to the Grammys, and that I guess that's what led to the tirade about it, talking about he'll never win a Grammy unless he dresses like a woman or something. I don't know.
He acted like he was gonna win one. Be like, sir, you want
girl, listen, that was my first thought in the whole thing. I was like, now, Pastor Troy, when the hell was you ever even in a consideration for a Grammy? Let's not do this. That was the number one thought I had. But secondly, it brought me to the situation where men, and I'm not even going to say men, I'm going to say people in general, keep running with this whole, it's an agenda. It's an agenda. Somebody got to explain this shit, because I'm serious. Like, I don't understand this idea of, it's an agenda they pushing. What are they pushing on y'all? Like, I'm confused, because they're showing gay folks who have existed since forever, because they're actually, showing real life and putting them on TV. Like, I don't understand. I'm confused. What agenda is being pushed? Diversity? Acceptance? I'm confused.
I really was too. I forget that was even the start of it. But when he was like, I was just shocked because he was like, I would never win. I'm not gonna win a Grammy because of it. No, you weren't gonna win a Grammy because what material have you released that was Grammy worthy? Like even if we in the ideal world the Grammys was diverse, everybody got a fair shot. You still wouldn't even been in the top 10. You wouldn't even been in honorable mentions.
Nope.
So why are you talking? And if that's what he wants to do and he's excelling in it, that's fine. But I'm like, I mean, Lil Nas is not gonna make your son gay.
Facts.
And I know like he went on like a TV, some radio show, I forget who radio show it was. Basically doubled down and was like, um, I have no problem with homosexual people, and I trip with Gary with the T all the time. I said so, and they did call him out and be like, they sound like the equivalent of I got black friends.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, just be quiet.
That's all. That's all y'all have to do. That's what I don't understand. If you don't rock with gay folks, then just be quiet. Mind your fucking business. That's all you have to do.
Are you trying to get on a radar so people will listen to your music again? Or, I mean, what? Because I'm pretty sure your downloads ain't increased this week. Ain't nobody been like, you know what, let me go download that old Pastor Troy. No. Like, why you even talking out of turn?
Listen, you know what though? Maybe that's what he was shooting for. Maybe he was thinking to himself, oh, this gonna get them to go and stream my old shit.
And now you ain't got no but people laughing at you on the internet saying you ain't got no hits.
Mm-hmm. Basically.
And I'm trying to take us on, like, you know, if that didn't happen and somebody be like, Pastor Troy ain't got no hits, I would be like, you lying, Pastor Troy got blah, blah. But I ain't got nothing to say. I'm just gonna sit here and eat my food.
Facts. I just can't, like, it's one of the hardest things for me to understand. Like, I don't understand where they be coming from with always an agenda. What agenda? Like, somebody got to explain it to me.
Like, but my point about it is just like Lil Nas X, if you want to call it a costume, sir, you were still wearing a wrestling belt and shoulder pads. So, I mean, why are you talking?
Facts.
Like, you perform with a wrestling belt on and football shoulder pads.
I just wish people would just let people be who the fuck they want to be and mind their business. That's all I'm saying. As long as they not hurting nobody, as long as they not hurting children, leave people the fuck alone. That's all I'm saying.
Facts. And be quiet if you're a washed up rapper.
Shit, be quiet if you washed up, period.
Right. Period. Pooh.
Oh man. I'm trying to look. I don't see any other hot topics.
I do want to bring up the whole fan situation with Hazley and the fan yelling out G-Eazy, and she kind of, I guess you can say she went off. I don't like using that term, and I just saw a lot of comments with people like, dang, she must still be hurt. Oh, and if she is, I mean, there is nothing wrong with healing. Like, she doesn't have to go on the stage and be this hard, tough person. And why are you at a Hazley show knowing that G-Eazy is her ex-boyfriend, yelling out his name? Like, her shows are for fans. If you're not a fan, then don't go.
Yeah. I'm just sick of the whole trolling in general. Like, because in all honesty, that's all it is. These folks want to be trolls and troll people because they want to go viral and have little viral moments and shit like that. And in all honesty, I wish that she wouldn't have gave them that, because now people gonna know what the fuck to do to try to trigger her at her shows and shit like that. But I'm with you. Like, if you're not a fan, don't come to somebody's show just trying to have a fucking viral moment, because that's all that was.
Yeah,
it is all that was, because they knew good and damn well she don't fuck with G-Eazy no more. That's her ex. The breakup was not, was not, I guess, what is it called? amicable. You know what I mean? They didn't amicably split. He was cheating on her. She was hurt. You know what I'm saying? So like, why? I just folks these days just irritate the shit out of my soul because I just be like, leave people alone.
But like, so I wasn't like tripped out that she went off because I'm like, shit, there's a healing process with all of that. So if she is hurt, okay. But like you said, like it's just messed up because you know people are gonna do that at another show, and I just would like put them out.
Yeah, absolutely. I have no issue with artists being like put that motherfucker out. Go ahead and put them out. Bye. I have no issue with that. It's your show. Run your show the way you want to. And I'm not gonna sit here and do this with y'all.
Hope your friend that rode that came with you. I hope they drove, so you just have to sit out there. You take a Uber. Bye.
Absolutely. Oh, I'm serious. I'm so over this whole trolling culture. Like everybody trying to go viral and shit. Like, so over it. Like trolling is the stupidest shit ever. Cause I just feel like why y'all just leave people alone? That is really my message. Leave people the fuck alone.
Go enjoy shows. And I don't know, I'm just not gonna spend my money or even my time to be like, let me go in here and do some stupid. Like, I ain't got time. Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to have fun. I guess because when I go out, I'm trying to have fun because, I'm sleeping already. So let me.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Go out, like you said. If you know what I'm saying, if you're not a fan of somebody, don't go to their show. Don't go on their Instagram page. Like y'all ain't like that's. You don't have to go and leave some negative ass Nancy comment on somebody's shit just because you don't have to do that. You don't have to take the time and energy out of your day for that shit.
How y'all be going to seek out celebrity pages y'all don't like and come and be like, bro, what mental condition do you suffer from? Or what personality disorder that you suffer from? Because that's not normal.
It's not.
Like, if I don't like people, I be like, listen, it's certain celebrities that I don't fool with. I don't follow them. I don't even know they Twitter or Instagram name, face, nothing.
Exactly. Aside from doing this show and having to find topics for it, right. I don't really give a fuck about that. Right. You know what I'm saying? I have a handful of celebrities that I like to follow and see their pictures and look, oh, that's a cute outfit, or oh, their hair is cute, or you know what I'm saying? But aside from that, like, I don't care.
And I don't even be commenting on it. I just be liking it and be moving on.
Right? Just hit the little tap and move on. Some of y'all just do too much.
Y'all get arguing with folks about what they got their kids on. Like, what is wrong with y'all?
Listen, that is another one of my pet peeves too. I can't stand y'all goddamn Instagram parents. Leave people the fuck alone. Like, okay, how you gonna tell somebody on Instagram what to do with their child?
Girl, they be like, well, your baby shouldn't be sitting like that, blah, blah, blah. Be like, bitch, it's just a picture. How you know how long they was sitting like that? Like, how you know that from one picture? Right. Or a 2-second video, y'all be judging shit off a boomerang. Be like, you know, that's just, what's wrong with you?
A couple seconds.
And then the whole time, you be like giving doctor advice. Be like, but bitch, you a CNA. Like, why you hurt? You're a medical assistant. And not knocking them, but be like, you don't have enough credentials to even be giving that advice. Leave me alone.
Facts. Oh, child. I'm telling you, these folks be doing the most. Absolutely.
So I'm like, I was like, that's the reason why I was like, celebrity I wasn't meant for, because I argue with everybody back and forth in my comments all day. Be like, bitch, I got time today.
And see, I just wouldn't. I would straight up just be like, have fun. Shit. Because I'm having a good ass.
Like, you got me fucked up. And especially like maybe when it's just me, I'd be like, girl, bye. Find you some relaxation. But when it comes to like my kids, now I gotta say something.
You right. The babies. That's why they gotta understand babies is off limits, man.
Cause I'll be like, I think Toya right. It was like one time that I saw it, and I was mad, and I'm like, I ain't even this little baby mama. But it's like when a girl got like bushy eyebrows and somebody said something about her eyebrows or something. I'm like, girl, ain't nothing wrong with her eyebrows. I'm like, because people be paying for these bushy eyebrows. Let her have her unibrow.
Facts.
Look out this lady Instagram page.
I'm telling you, but in all honesty, it's just really people looking for that viral moment. You know what I mean? They looking to have they little 15 seconds or what is it, 15? Well, shit, this might as well be 15 seconds now. 15
right.
seconds or 15 minutes of fame. That's all people looking for. And in all honesty, it's sad. Y'all got to do better out here.
Looking like a plum fool.
Absolutely. I don't have no more hot topics. I guess we could talk really quickly new music. I didn't actually listen to the album, but Lil Wayne dropped a new album. Listen, as much as I love the Wayne Carter, I think it's time for him to go ahead and hang it up. You know, it's definitely time for him to cut them dreads. Like, I'm not gonna look shit.
I ain't even it's just a little tiny mess on his head. At this point, be like, sir, you gotta let that go.
It's time.
Cut it.
It is so much time for him to cut that hair off. Cut it off. But yeah, I didn't listen to it. I didn't like the title of it. Like, I don't, especially during this week with Kobe. Like, I don't like him. Too many of these celebrities are obsessed with fucking death. Like, I didn't like the title of it. Like, why he call it funeral? Like,
yeah,
a lot of us are already concerned about you because you stay every time we see you with a cup of lean. Like, we know what that shit do to your body. Like, we already worried and concerned about you. Like, so why put that energy out there?
That's why I be seeing him. I'm like, oh, child, he look like the plague. Like them little pictures that be floating around. If plague was a person, it'd be him. I'm like, this ain't the little wine I used to have a crush on from the hot boys days. What happened?
It's that lean, I'm telling you, pumping all that mess in his body.
Just, yeah, but I don't know. I might not. More than likely, I probably won't.
I mean, I'll wait until if he drops a single or something like that and it sparks my attention, I might go check it out and, have a listen to it. We saw that Drake dropped a new record with Future. Well, it had leaked a while ago, or snippets of it had leaked. I don't know if the full record leaked or not, but it had supposedly was a leak of him and Future, and so he just went ahead and dropped it on SoundCloud. It's called Desire. Well, I haven't heard the record, but I've heard a couple snippets of it, but I don't know. So, I mean, it sounds typical Drake and Future, as far as that whole thing is concerned. I guess, I mean, I don't have any other hot topics at all.
I don't have anything else. What about me?
So I guess we can jump into relationships.
Cool.
All right. So the relationship question that we have for this week is what do you think makes people fall out of love?
Trying to think. I think for me, it's like disregard to my feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And like over a long period of time. Like this is not like just an immediate thing, but like over long periods of time. I think like if you just disregard my feelings, it's like I'm not even worth it to you. So it's like I don't even like love you anymore. And I think that's the biggest thing for me because some of the other things that people kind of put up with, as far as like cheating and stuff, that's a deal breaker. So I can still be in love with you and move on from it. But that would be like one of the biggest things is like that you disregard my feelings. Because I feel like if you disregard my feelings, then it means we're not even communicating well. It's just I don't want to be with you anymore. So yeah, that would be, I think, for me personally. But for overall people, from what I've noticed, is like the cheating, the constant disrespect. Um, yeah, it made me think about. I don't know if you remember from Love and Hip Hop with Tahiri and Joe Budden.
Right.
Yeah, she was like, now that you want to do right, it's just I'm not with it anymore. And I think that's how a lot of people are.
Yeah. When they finally kind of just are over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say for myself, it's consistent dishonesty. I don't like liars in general. Because I always feel like, I mean, there are, listen, nobody's perfect. We're all, we all have our flaws. Little white lies are going to be told here and there, especially when you do love people. Sometimes you want to spare their feelings. So you might lie, oh, I love this little meal that you cooked, when in actuality it's nasty as fuck. Something like that. Like a little white lie ain't hurting nobody. I'm just talking about like consistently lying about shit that just is unnecessary to lie about. So dishonesty is like a really big thing that'll make me fall out of love with someone, because it's something that just irritates me in general, because I just feel like I said, I feel like there's certain shit that you just don't have to lie about. You know what I mean? Even when it comes down to cheating, like cheating is something that I can't understand, because I feel like all cheating is a lie. Because it's like, if you don't want to fuck with me no more, just say I don't fuck with you no more. You know what I'm saying? Or if you feel like, man, you know what, I need a break. I need to be away from you. Then just say that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but so and I'm with you. I think that for people in general, I think that things that make people fall in love are constant disrespect, abuse, whether it be emotional, physical, all of that in general. Cycles, people kind of get tired of going through those same kind of repetitive cycles with people. The constant, thinking that somebody, that they're going to do something different, that they're going to change, and they just don't. It's just the same old cycle with that person. So I think those are the things that will make someone fall out of love, or make people fall out of love in general.
I agree with that.
Most definitely. So before I get to the nerd moment of the week, any new music, anything new that you're listening to, books, TV, anything like that, anything else that you just want to talk about, get off your chest, plug, speak about?
Nothing. I didn't listen to any new music. I know Yo Gotti has a new album that he dropped Friday. I do have plans on listening to it. I heard it wasn't as good. So
yeah, I heard that.
But I do support my Memphis artists. So but that's about, I think that's about it for me. I'm excited. Spring is coming early, according to the groundhog. But that's about it.
So I do, before I jump into the nerd moment, I don't have any new stuff either. I just want to plug again the YouTube page. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube page, because we will be having some exclusive content that'll just be specific to the YouTube page. You'll also, because we do have a link to the YouTube page on the website, so you'll be able to see that up on the website as well. We have some merch that'll be coming as well. We will be adding on the website as well it's going to be like a little small blog or whatnot, just to kind of, so you guys can kind of get to know me and Falan DeAnn a little bit better and kind of hear us expand on a couple of the topics or ideas that we, talk about on the show, or even some things that we don't get to address or talk about on the show. So again, the website, www.prettynerdspodcast.com. Shoot us an email, prettynerdspodcast@gmail.com, with your questions or comments. And, that'll be your chance to be featured on our show. And yeah, with that said, I'm going to move to the nerd moment of the week. And this week, my nerd moment is going to be two really quick ones. So we had the series finale of Arrow that took place on Tuesday. I don't really have too much on that because I wasn't a huge Arrow fan, didn't really watch it. Only caught a couple of episodes for the crossover, and just because I like to watch endings of shows, so I caught a little bit of the series finale. Basically, the only comment I have from the series finale is that we finally got the payoff of Dig being confirmed as a Green Lantern. So, yeah, that's pretty much my comment on that. Like I said, I wasn't a huge Arrow fan, so, but salute to Stephen Amell. I'm sorry. He did an excellent job as the Green Arrow. Wonderful gentleman, period. And, he's got a new show that's going to be coming on either Stars or Showtime. I don't know, some wrestling drama, because, he's a big wrestling fan. So, kudos to him and all that jazz. And then the second thing I want to bring up is on Netflix. There is a show that I just watched called The October Faction. It's based on a graphic novel. And I watched it simply because it had, mostly Black leads. And it's directed by famed video director X. He directed the majority of the episodes. And it's not super long. The shows are only about 30 to maybe 40 minutes long. So it's not super long. But it was an interesting show, and I would say check it out if you just want to see something different, interesting. It is a little slow, but again, that's with most Netflix shows. They start out a little bit slow. But it was interesting. I was actually interested in it. I don't know if they'll get picked up for a second season, because again, you never know with Netflix. They kind of take something and then drop it off really quickly. But I'm going to support anything Black, or anything with Black folks in it, especially as Black leads, or they have a Black director. I'm going to show some support to it and check it out. So if you have some time, check that out and let me know what you think.
Okay. I'll probably look into it. I'm braiding my hair, so.
It's just something, like I said, and what I liked about it wasn't super long, because like I said, there's only maybe 10 episodes in it, and they're only, like I said, maybe 30 to 40 minutes, so they were pretty short. So I gave it a shot to see what it was like. So wasn't too bad.
Okay.
And really, that's all I have for this week. Anything else for you?
Nothing else for me.
All right. Well, as usual, we want to thank you guys for listening, and we hope that you tune back in next week and the weeks after that, and continue to show support to the show. And yeah, that's it for the Pretty Nerdz podcast this week, and we'll see you guys next week.
Good night.